The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Daryl Martin, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 13. Nasdaq is up 19. S&Ps are up 2. We have the gold contract flat, $12.68. Silver's down 9 cents, $17.17. Platinum is down $4, $9.41. Light sweet crude down 35 cents, $48.98 a barrel. The 10-year notes flat. The 30-year bonds down 2 ticks. Good old King dollar is down 108 ticks at 98.790. The euro's at 109. The yen's trading 111.52. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, folks. And if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top of the side. You can hit the banner, bring up the platform. They'll put $25,000 paper money into your account. You can come along with us and see how these defined option contracts trade. So, window dressing, May Day, May 1st.
May 1st, that's right.
Apple tomorrow, Facebook, Wednesday. Daryl Martin, what's going on?
Hey, man, it's about to happen. Here we go.
It's about to happen. I like it. Yeah.
Last week it was happening too, right? It's still happening this week, though. That's for sure, right?
There's no doubt.
And you had Congress reaching a deal over the weekend, which should alleviate some fears, for sure.
Right. So that deal, I heard, is the deal's good to September? Oh, no,
yeah, September, I believe.
September,
yep.
okay.
Yep.
So September.
Something like $1.1 trillion to keep the government open, to push things back, and, you know, they came to whatever agreements. And at least that's off the table for the foreseeable months.
And it is pretty amazing how much cash.
Isn't that cool? I was
has.
talking about it. Yeah, so the expectation is they're going to have about cash, most of which is overseas, of about $250 billion, $250 billion. And the article I was taking a look at this morning was just putting it into context.
I know.
And yeah, Walmart's only a $225 billion company, so it's like it's got to feel pretty good to just be able to buy Walmart without taking on any debt and just pull the cash out of your pocket. And just be like, we'll take Walmart.
That is whopped,
Or
man.
Procter & Gamble. That was the other one. It's just about the same market cap, under $250 billion. Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing.
So, folks, if you go over and we take a look at this platform first, let's of course, we know where we're going to go first, right?
Well, we don't actually. NASDAQ or gold? That's in fairness.
NASDAQ. Well, actually, I went into the gold market.
Sure.
Okay, so.
I guess that might be the first. I don't know. You can make an argument for NASDAQ.
No. It could have been NASDAQ. It could have been just as easy as NASDAQ.
Volatility, for sure. I mean, we were just talking about Facebook.
It's always one of those two. So
it is, especially when we were just talking about Facebook and Apple. That's for sure.
Because, and what happened, the reason it's gold, of course, is that what I liked last week is that gold held every single day, and the dollar broke the swing point on a weekly, has the volume on the break.
So what's going on with gold this morning, man?
It's, I mean, I liked how it was trading early.
Sure. So what time is this? Yeah, what? No,
I bought it at 6:30.
Okay.
And so remember, folks, on these contracts.
Yeah, 6:36. There you go.
Yeah, the Nadex contracts, what ends up happening is that, of course, you can trade the currencies Sunday night.
Yes.
Bottom line is that Monday morning.
Everything else opens up.
Everything else opens up.
Indices, commodities. Yeah. And, of course, more Forex spreads, binaries open at that point for the shorter term.
And, what was pretty amazing, Daryl, this morning, and this has been happening in gold, and I can see why, because gold hasn't been moving around that much.
Okay.
It really hasn't. The amount of premium that I paid was like, oh my God, it was hardly nothing. I mean,
that would make, I'm just at glance, because we're familiar, that would, and is Daryl on the line? I might have heard him get.
I'm right here.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead. Well, I was just going to say, you at least had $15 of risk still to the downside, which is a pretty substantial level of risk in the gold contract.
Right.
So you won't, $15 down to $25 to the, is it 25? 35 to the upside, excuse me.
Right.
That's definitely a nice risk reward, and you got a good movement, but that is nice. That I agree. You're not going to have to pay a lot of premium. And the market, the reason for that is because $15 of risk is most of the time.
That's right.
The maximum loss that you might incur on a daily basis. So you're still risking, what was it, almost $144 per contract?
Yes.
Yes, that would have been.
Right.
So that's why, you're able to put a menial level of premium in there, which is nice.
Right. When we were talking, I think it was 4 ticks, which is
okay. No, that would make sense. It would. Yeah.
And my point there, folks, is that if you're trading, gold on the futures market, take a look at this because, guess what? I used to trade it on the futures market quite a bit before the Nadex product, and you can make a lose $1,000 very quickly.
Sure.
Because it's $100 a point.
We just got a $4 or $5 move now in gold in the last hour.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's a huge move. Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. It's of course, that just look at that move alone, and you can see the profit or loss potential real quick trading futures, etc. Right.
Exactly.
And it is nice when if you're going to get that type of volatility. Part of what's nice making a trade like that, where you have $15 to the downside, 35 to the upside.
Right.
Part of that trade is paying that 4 ticks, 6 ticks, whatever it is, hoping for some more volatility than maybe the market's anticipating before the close at 1:30.
And then, of course, what happens is that we have the Fed meeting.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
They come out with their statement at least. No press conference.
I think it's a one-day meeting.
Is it? Okay.
I think it is. We have to,
But no press conference.
No press conference. They do come out with the statement at 2 o'clock.
Wednesday.
And, the expectation is status quo. You stay right there, folks. Daryl, Tommy, and myself, we're coming right back. Dow Industrials right now, where is this little baby? Something must be wrong. It's in the red.
Everything else is
down
almost
22.
green. We're okay.
Nasdaq is up 15.
Nasdaq's up. That's all.
S&P's are flat. We're going to be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 16, Nasdaq's up 18, S&Ps are up $1.50. And folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see right in the top of the carousel, our man, Mr. Andy Heck. He has a new newsletter. May Day starts today.
Daily Essential Equities, for sure. So people can sign up right now. They can save 20%. It comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. He's got a webinar going on Wednesday night, and his first issue was released this morning. I took a look at it. Nice information, great format. He's got set up for himself. 2 pages, chart in there, some analysis.
Nice.
He's got a new trade in there. So I encourage people to check it out, and with that, you'll gain access to Wednesday's webinar. And, of course, you get 30 days money-back guarantee, and you're locking in 20% off, which is a great deal. So check it out. Andy Heck doing a great job, and I think he'll be, of course, doing his show tomorrow. He'll be on the program tomorrow, and then I think he'll be on the program as well Wednesday, just talking about what he's talking about Wednesday with opportunities in energy equities, I believe, is the Wednesday webinar, and looking at oil. That's what made us think, 50, talking about gold, talking about oil. It's looking at all those good commodities, steel, infrastructure.
Yeah, and oil is just laying at that 48.80 mark.
It is remarkable when you think about how much commodities touch in terms of they drive everything, right? They're the inputs of so many businesses, that the cost of those businesses, the access, let alone oil makes everything. Oil greases the wheels, right? Of everything.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. What have you been looking at lately, Darryl?
I'm same as you. I've been trading Nasdaq, trading gold. I've been over on FX. And a variety of markets, of course. I'm always playing with the Nadex exchange gives me a lot of access. But I've traded silver this morning, copper this morning, pound dollar, euro dollar, Aussie dollar. So
those currencies are moving. There's no doubt. It's going to get interesting watching this yen, because the dollar index, folks, broke down, but not like it could if that yen was getting stronger versus weaker, and it's got stronger all last week. And the euro, of course, got a lot stronger, but the euro is 57%, I believe, and the yen's 17% of the dollar index. So that yen croaks, then you're going to get some action in that dollar.
Well, do you have the election coming up on?
The election. That's this Sunday, huh?
So, yeah, exactly. This Sunday they got it. It'll happen before the market opens, but it can cause a major gap.
Right.
So something that everybody wants to be aware of, the French election, where it's sort of like it's almost a Bernie Sanders, Trump, almost.
Yeah, two absolute opposites, right?
Yeah,
it's the
100%
extreme
opposites,
not the extreme, but there is. Yeah, there's no middle ground there. I agree.
And France is like the the third largest economic power in Europe that we do trading business with. So, like our third largest trading partner, so it affects us. And then there's very polar opposite views there on whether they want to stay in Europe or leave Europe.
Right.
And so it has a big implication on the European market, on the U.S. export, import market. And so just one is you just need to be aware that, be careful holding a position into the weekend with this election, because this is the last one. There were some decent little gaps that happened especially on the FX market, but this next one will actually be the election. So the last one was a runoff. They had to get 50% or more to win, and everybody was at like 38 or 33.
And it seems like it is. If Le Pen was able to win, that would shock the markets dramatically, because that would indicate that France is going to at least try and pull out of the EU.
Right.
And if they pull out of the EU, like you're saying, Darryl, they're just such a huge juggernaut, that could start an easy domino effect. That could be the end of the EU.
Yeah.
So if she ever, and the polls say the other guy, Macron, I believe, but we know how that can go. So Sunday night.
Exactly. Based on the last election we had with the polls.
You just don't know until it comes in, and that's why the market has that risk. We'll see if that's priced in correctly, though, because the VIX is still at 11 right now, and
and the euro looks like it wants higher price, and so what will get intriguing here. What happened, folks, is that when the last election meeting last week, the gap that Darryl was talking about too, it was almost a non-tradable gap, Darryl, right? Do you know what I mean? Because I was waiting. I think everyone was waiting at 6 o'clock.
Sure.
They opened and they just opened up and never moved. They stayed up all day.
I know. I was sitting there like, okay, we're going to get some major volatility, and I even, warned all, the traders that I talked to, and I was like, hey, watch out. And I mean, it was just like, it was gap, but then there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, come on, wake up. I mean, at least move after you open. Come on, let me get some of that. So
yeah,
but so anyways, but
I agree. This one should be more though, as in because that one was just okay. Here's the lineup.
This one's
the next
an answer.
two. This one's a final answer.
This one's an answer.
You really could get a complete shock. That one would have been even tougher to get a complete shock. You would have needed two outsiders to almost take out these two, or shock the market, or have either way.
Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go to our man Tom in Plymouth, Mass. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, Tom. Tommy, Daryl.
How you
Morning,
doing,
Tom.
man?
morning.
I wish I didn't sell that nugget at 827 on Friday. Did it take a giant jump or what?
Hey, he's being facetious, folks. We did a 4-for-1 split here.
Well, I jumped back in this morning a little bit, so let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at it. So the Nugget did a 4-for-1 split, folks. Okay, so it's trading at 32.20 right now.
1 for 4, technically.
1 for 4. Okay, yeah. And so if we go over to the GDX, we take a look at the GDX. What you have with the GDX, that baby's flat right now. Listen, I like the trade. I mean, it needs some strength out here. That's for sure.
Need that yen to go down.
We need the yen to go down too, and what you do have out here, folks. If you're into these gold and silvers this week, in general, we have a huge amount of earnings coming out. So, bottom line, you can
and that Fed statement might throw a little juice to the fire.
That's right.
For gold,
so
for sure.
There's going to be some volatility out here this week, big time. I like how it's set up.
Is GDP Friday too? GDP might be Friday.
No, we just had it.
Did we?
Yeah. We had.
What did I hear? Coming
we
Friday.
had the
There's
quarter.
a lot. They were talking about so many
remember
news.
the GDP was only 0.7 of 1%. Right.
What was I looking at?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, so Darryl was just talking about that French election and looking forward to the end of the week here. Let's get through this week, I guess, first. But that could be very volatile this weekend, I would think, too, right?
Right.
Well,
It's just one of those things you want to remember that if you hold a position over the weekend, that gap could happen. And you could either be really happy you held something or really sad you held something. And one of my favorite sayings that one of my mentors taught me was that I always wish I'd have something I don't than have something I wish I didn't.
Yeah, that's being in the market versus not being in the market.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you know what happens here too, folks, which is kind of intriguing. When you take a look at these, and we'll take a look at some of these weekly binaries, because I suspect what will happen, there'll be some anticipation going right up to Friday.
There should be.
You know?
Yeah, because this is the actual final runoff. Nobody expected anybody to get 50% this weekend.
Right. It's
Yeah.
like there should be. So
new polls
we'll
coming
see how
out.
It comes. Right. No, I know. And is it maybe they have to stop campaigning in the same way?
They have
before,
to 24 hours before
so that's Saturday.
Yeah,
so they'll still be campaigning on Friday. Then
yeah.
perfect.
So Tom, between the Nugget, okay, it's you got Barrick, which is the largest weighting structure. That held last week. Okay. Now, what you have this morning, which it needed, you wanted that test of 1657, and that's what we got at 1655. Now you just need a rejection, because what we're going to have now is that get under it. It should have lighter volume. Now you need a sign of strength in it, because Newmont came through, actually, the dog of the GDX. Newmont did reject it. Cooking, brother.
Okay, bro. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Have a great
Tom.
one. Have a safe
Thanks,
one.
man.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy, Dow, myself, we're coming right back. Dow right now is down 17. Nasdaq is up 20. We're going to break back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives.
If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top of the side. You can hit the banner, bring up the exchange to put $25,000 of paper money into your account. You can see how these defined option contracts trade. I'm at Mr. Daryl Martin. We're looking at his NDX. Is that the NDX, right?
Yeah, NASDAQ chart right here. Yep.
So it just made a new high, didn't it? I think it did.
Yep. It's popping on up, man. It keeps going. Yeah.
So
another day, another dollar, another new high,
another
man.
tick, it just bam right there. So.
And you know, this is going to be wild because Apple's tomorrow night and Facebook's the next night.
And then that's kind of it for the big, the big delivery of earnings, kind of.
And of course, you got window dressing today and tomorrow.
Yeah, Tesla comes out with their earnings this week as well, I believe. I'm not sure where they are.
And did you see that? You know, if you talk Tesla too, folks, okay, it's pretty wild.
Is Apple going to buy them, Walmart, and Procter & Gamble all at once?
I just don't know. This is. It's like, how does this guy? Musk really well. Not only Tesla's up 670, but that isn't what I'm even talking about.
Okay.
So this morning, what happened is that he launched and landed the spy satellite.
Yeah. Now that's their SpaceX, which is not Tesla, but it's
no.
I'm just right. I heard that story coming in. They launched it, and then part of the cool thing, because those rockets are the
renewable.
Yeah, whatever I don't know if because they dropped the rocket, right? But the whole ship that they're actually using, they just used to let that kind of disintegrate into space.
Exactly.
But he said, that's like $100 million or something every time, and now they can. It's pretty cool if you've ever seen the videos. Check them out, because having those rockets like back down and land almost looks like you're watching it in reverse, where they're literally coming down like a rocket, which is just pretty cool technology-wise, how you can, it's just amazing technology, of course.
It really is, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But we'll see what, I was looking, they're like a market cap, like a $50 billion company, still at this level, which is amazing. Yeah.
Actually, so look at this. Tesla's coming out with numbers, folks, on the 3rd.
Wednesday as well, so.
they keep coming up with stuff. It's pretty amazing.
It is. It is. And just, what's remarkable, though, you put it, so they're only worth $50 billion, man. And, people always talk about it. Who knows if there's any credibility if Apple even consider it. But Apple has $250 billion. They could just scoop up Tesla and be an immediate player, but maybe they're already going to be their own immediate player, and they have the technology in the background already to launch their own cars. Who knows? It's like, why do you buy Tesla?
I've read a couple things about like an Apple car coming out.
It's fun to speculate, right? I mean, they're huge. We were just talking about, even before we came on the air, where they have so much money, they almost, how can you really apply that in a profitable manner? But guess what? There's huge game changers coming around the corner. The Wozniak was saying, I believe last week, it'd be cool if Apple could again be a part of a revolutionary product, and one of those being whether it's automated cars, flying cars. AI. But it's a real deal, and somebody's going to dominate that market, and it's probably going to be a name that we already know, as in an Apple, a Tesla, a Google, Amazon. So we'll see.
Pretty amazing.
It is.
I watched Rogue One last night.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I haven't seen. I saw some of it, but I haven't seen the whole.
I fell asleep at the end, unfortunately.
Oh, it sounds like it was a thriller.
Sad but true. We all need those flying cars, don't we, man? I'm telling you.
They're coming, man.
Oh man, if you lived where I live right now, you'd need one. Like they just keep ripping up the freeway, like I-35 all the way up and down.
Boston.
We had some friends go to Oklahoma City. It takes 4 hours. There's a big barrel race this weekend.
Okay.
And we chose not to go. That was just to chill out, relax, and go down to the stockyards and race. But it took them 10 hours instead of 4.
Really?
That's brutal. It is
because of the freeway traffic. Yeah, I mean,
when I was up in Boston for Easter, I was reminded of some solid 128 traffic, and that's just a route, Daryl, that runs all across great cities and towns.
Right. Big circle around the city.
That you can basically drive into Boston from anywhere on that road. It's amazing to think when that road was created and how many vehicles it was probably created for. Right. And the fraction of what it's handling right now, and that's across the nation taking place, especially around bigger cities that exactly
I actually remember that road when it didn't have traffic. I was 16.
Right. No,
that's that
and just
was.
Daryl, the way they have it right now, there's a breakdown lane. So there's 3 lanes, I believe, and then there's a breakdown lane. But traffic's just so bad that the breakdown lane at peak rush hour time becomes an accessible lane. So then you have 4 lanes, but then guess what? The moment anybody actually breaks down, you just deal with massive gridlock for the whole entire body. It's just a system that's like, so guess what? Don't add in a lane, just flying cars.
Flying cars.
I did think about, though, is there an incentive to really spend that, and we need infrastructure money no matter what, but not like we used to, as in there's no reason to go expand that road to like 6 lanes, 8 lanes, because guess what? In 20 years, where we're going, what they say? What does Doc say in Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Where we're going, we don't need roads, right?
That's right. Well,
it's coming, man.
To go back to Tesla for a second, on the front page of the Journal, whether it's the first section or the second section, Musk is in it again because he's talking about roads underneath all the cities.
Okay.
That's in today's paper.
Well, geez, that's interesting. I mean, tie it back to Boston again. Big dig, yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe the federal government will just give Boston billions of dollars again, and we'll get to spend like 15 years in gridlock as we put the road underneath the city. Everybody in Boston knows that one that we're talking about.
Totally.
Yeah. Everyone in the country, I'm sure there were articles written in. I mean,
it'll get the economy going, though, folks.
The local economy, wherever you put that money.
That's right. Because guess what?
They hire workers. What was it? $60 an hour.
Is like so far over the top. It's unbelievable.
But the city looks great. There's no longer a highway over Boston, so that's cool.
And thank you the rest of the country for paying for that, because that's what you did.
Gotta love it. Daryl, you guys just need some type of huge federal subsidy. Put all your roads underground, man. Widen them. Take 20 years. Employ almost anybody that wants a job in the local area. Golden.
Hey, we're there.
Sign them up. Let's go.
Yeah. So it's gonna have to be like 20 lanes wide underground, though. Really.
I was really thinking about this in Boston because it made my head spin. I mean, we grew just so when I was between like 12 and 18 years old, went to the same high school. At that time, they had the same amount of lanes.
Yep.
At that time, the breakdown lane was open in the same way it is right now. You're talking about 25 years ago. I was driving with you when they had the same amount of lanes when the breakdown, and so it's like, why haven't they added more lanes? But then my head went to like, well, they can't do some type of huge one now because it really probably needs.
There's no land.
Yeah, and it needs 8 lanes. but you're never going to spend that money because guess what? There will be. Well, you have the Ubers of the road, right? Things are changing. As if there's going to be less cars on the road. You're going to have less cars on those lanes, at least incrementally increasing. It's not going to be increasing at the same degree.
Right.
Still, pretty crazy. 25 years ago, right? We were driving on that with a breakdown lane.
Totally.
Quarter century, man. That is crazy when you put it in that, where the lanes are still.
Isn't it?
You know, 25 years ago, they were like, you know what? We'll solve this traffic problem. We'll let them go in the breakdown lane for 4 hours every morning and 4 hours every afternoon. And then 25 years later, they're like, it's still okay. No.
Right. Wow. It is a while too.
Well, y'all have public, like a lot of public transport.
They do. That's all.
We're just now
yeah,
starting to add stuff. Like, we don't have that. We don't have subways or anything. We have a couple train lines that they've added in at certain points, but just
and that's a big help.
Down in the south, we really just don't have.
And that'll probably come around. You know, that's a nice way to alleviate things. But this traffic I'm talking about, which blew my mind, was like on a Sunday afternoon. That's why it was so. You know, I mean, the weekends down. There's no reprieve when you're dealing with that kind of gridlock. Weekends, people are going somewhere. The roads can barely handle them. Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy, Daryl, myself, we're going to be coming right back. We're going to be talking about the weekly binaries inside this gold market.
Here we go.
Because guess what? We're at 1268, and that baby can get to 1283.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 6, Nasdaq's up 26, S&Ps are up 4. We have gold trading down 70 cents at $12.67. and we'll go over to that Nadex platform and take a look at a couple different binaries, a weekly plus the daily.
Yeah, so we're looking at the gold contract, right? We're looking at this is the June contract. So we pulled up the weekly binaries first. And just to pull it in, we're in the commodity binaries, right? We're in gold, and we'll look at the weeklies first. So here it loads up all the different strike prices. They go by $10 different. Here's your bid and offer. Sometimes it's easier. You throw it on the chart. You have until expiration, 4 days, 2 hours, 47 minutes, 1:30 on Friday.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's some decent risk rewards. Now, originally you said 1283, and right away I just know from looking at these markets, you're able to get, if you think it's going to 1283, you can usually get some good risk rewards for $15 directionally.
Right.
You know, that's a big move. To be right on direction and to be right that it's going to move at least $15.
Yeah.
And not just during the week, at the close.
Right.
You can always close these out during the week, but, you know, slightly above there, 1284.50. Now, again, do you really want to stretch where your projection is if it has to close over there?
No.
Because, right. That's a little tough if you think it might rise up to 1283 to then push your luck, I'd say, and say, well, then maybe I'll just get a close over it. No, because what if it goes to 1283 and pulls back a few dollars on Friday? So you said, how about 1274? You're risking 37 to make 63. So almost a risk in one to make two type trade.
Yeah.
So you got to be correct, you know, whether it's 1 out of 3 times, really a little bit more than that, call it, you know, basically 4 out of 10 times type trade. But you're looking at a week, and you're looking at only $7 about a movement for 5 days of trading. Now, jump around, and we're getting movement on gold. It's pulling back a little bit, hopefully not for the duration, but what kind of action can you get on the daily basis, right? So this has, of course, all week. These expire 1:30 today. But you can really see when you start to go directionally with only 2 hours and 45 minutes left, there's some nice risk rewards, as in $12.69.50, only $2.50 above the current price, where it actually peaked out at only 20 minutes ago.
Right.
You're able to risk 23 to make 77. I mean, pretty good risk reward ratios. Now, you know, short time frame left.
Yep.
That's the key here for sure.
No doubt.
And your $2.50. But, you know, on a day when you're getting some movement in gold, some traders might like that, depending on your expectations.
I'm just going to pull back at the Bloomberg just for 1 second, see what we have here. GC. So what I'm looking for, of course, folks, is saying what kind of a test is this doing? Oh, I like it. Okay, cool. So when we take a look at this, gold's down 150 right now. It's coming into the strength. Now, the bottom of that strength is 1264.80. We're 1266.90. And you're coming back with lighter volume. I'd love to see that get all the way down there. I would. This is where this gets really deviant, you know what I mean? I'd like to see a little bit lower price and come back to the breakout area.
You're in the middle of the rise right now, so maybe, you know.
Because it went all the way up to, that's 1269.60 on that run.
Yes.
And, you know, if that's what you get, then what you would also see is just what you're talking about, is that the premiums in the daily will go down a little bit more, and of course the one in the weekly will
not
too.
The premiums, the prices, right?
The prices.
For the, you know, you'll be able to get a cheaper price because you'll be more out of the money.
Right.
Just about, you know, and that's, so yeah, these are going to continue to decrease in value because in theory, they're decreasing in probability of success. That's, you know, as it gets further and further. Yeah.
And if I go, so where I'm going with the weekly, folks, is this. This is where I come up with this, the aspect of your swing point. The low of the swing high, April 17th, is 1283.10 on this contract. The high is 1297. And what has happened is that all week long, last week, you kept rejecting lower price. What we also have done here is that we rejected lower price again this morning. You know, so it's like, okay, man, you can't get it down. And then if we go over to the dollar index, so simultaneously I'm looking at both of these. You go over to the dollar index, that's down 93 ticks. Now, this came down, and it has some juice on the way down, but what it also has is that low that was established at, looks like 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Friday, right?
Friday has some volume, as does the low established on Thursday, you know? So when I stop putting those together, it's like, I like that setup, man. So little more patience, let that baby come back. And it looks like, I mean, the Dow finally caught a bid. The NQs.
And just so those, I'm just jumping back in gold because, you know, I forget we were talking with our man Mike a while back. Remember, he had 95 cents on the dollar in that gold trade, and he ended up taking it off.
Right.
I mean, that's just an illustration where those things occur. So don't think, you know what I mean, and you don't want to be risking, and always, risking 5 to make 95.
No way.
But that was a case in that day. He took off the 95 cents on the dollar, and thankfully he did, because it turned around. And that's just an illustration where just because they're really, outlandishly priced, sometimes they're going to come in, and you just could have taken that trade on the other side same way and risked the small amount. So be aware that just because there's small probabilities priced in, they are going to hit some of those times. That's why there's a market for them,
Yeah. So this is going to get intriguing, because now we're getting price spread out here today, folks, okay, which is kind of nice, trading both sides of it. I mean, that's, meaning I have the spread going up, and I want it up before 1 o'clock, but this pulls back a little bit more. I think I'd go for one of those binaries.
Sure.
Look at it. The price came down even since we've been on it.
Well, that's because it's dropping.
Right. Totally.
So it is quite movement. Yeah.
877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at this baby. Let me put this back up one more time.
Sure.
Look at it. It's backing into that baby.
Big movement on a 5-minute basis.
So you got.
It's the 10-minute. Okay.
We're looking for 1264.80.
Only $1.40 away.
Yeah, and we're at 166.10.
1266.
1266.10. Okay, we'll see where that baby shoots out, and what simultaneously where I'm looking. Let me just see this. Yeah, see the dollar. It was down 100 ticks. Now it's only down 78, but it's not like the dollar got this monster strength. What did happen is that you had the the Dow caught a bid. So it's interesting, like if we look at the Dow, it's like, okay, so what moved gold lower? And it's like, okay, the Dow catches the bid. We just went from what? 20,912 to 20,968.
Yeah, we're down like what, 2030 to up 2030.
Yeah. I mean, and so inside the Dow, let's see, the strength versus, look at the strength, of course.
Come on, who is it?
Yeah, Apple's putting 15 points
and who's
into
second,
it.
of course.
Goldman's putting 12, McDonald's putting 9, United Health's putting 6, Walmart's putting 2. Look at Boeing. Boeing's taken away 14 points to the Dow.
Is the president tweeting or something today right now? What's
he must be giving the business to Lockheed Martin. No doubt about that.
It's always possible.
Yeah.
Always possible.
That's pretty intense. So GCM7, go back to this gold for a second. Okay, so now we're at
now we're 80 cents away.
1265.70, yep. Okay, so we got in here. Let's bring those back up.
Yeah, I bet. Is the market listening to you?
Well, we're right there. Okay, so
there's your risk reward that you're looking for, maybe
1268 is only $23, right?
Correct.
And we're at what? Yeah, I'll buy 2 of those.
Okay, just that easy. Click the buy. Load up a couple contracts.
Right.
We're getting in at 23.25.
Yeah.
Order received.
Bingo.
And there it is, right on the chart. Plus 2. Easy enough.
You stay right there. Darryl, Tom, and myself will come right back, folks.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 21, Nasdaq's up 29, S&Ps are up 4.5, and we get open, we take a look at. So I bought two of the 1268 binaries for 130.
Yes, for 1:30 p.m. Yeah, and what did you pay? Let's even see open positions.
Approximately $25, I think.
No, $22.75.
Oh, so what's cool about that, folks, is that if it just gets to that price, I can sell one and get my principal
to
back.
explain, if it gets to 1268,
right,
the market's going to be, give or take, oscillating around 50.
Right.
Because there's going to be almost a 50% probability on either one.
Right.
And so, yeah, you could, take off one of them if you wanted to,
right,
get your money back for both of them.
Which I would.
Yes, no, that's good.
Yeah.
If not taking, like you said to me during the break, if not taking both of them off,
right,
you make 100% on your trade there,
right,
for sure,
right,
for sure.
I know.
And
so,
I bet that'll probably depend on how it comes in there, right? What time it's coming in there at.
That's right. That's right. Exactly.
But yeah, one of the best things about it, the one thing I always tell people about binaries is, of course, you can know they can be at 50 when it hits the price.
Yes.
So if you're able to get that for $23, you know it's going to be like right at 50. With bid-ask spread, maybe say 47.
Right.
Right.
So, yeah, you just set that in there. If it hits that price, I mean, you're getting filled, you're out.
You're good. I know.
Yeah.
I like that.
And 100% return in the day.
And I like the visual part of this. I'm always pulling up where they have the binaries because you can see, the same thing is existing right here, right? In terms of that's the strike prices, that's the bid offers, but visually presented to you, it's just a lot easier to see where it needs to move, where it's been.
It is a lot easier to see.
And then it's nice where it actually puts your active position literally right on the chart.
Right.
So you have +2. It's telling you your profit or loss, and really that's because it's ticked up a little bit, but that's now the offer that you could get out where you got in for the bid. So if you wanted to get in right now, you'd have to pay $27.25. You paid $22.25.
And so let's do this too. Let's sell one at 51.
Okay.
Because what happens, folks, is that it could spike there in a second and leave in a second too.
It could. So walking it through, right? Yeah. Here's our order. We just clicked on our open positions, and it immediately loads the order.
Yeah.
And we're going to be selling at one contract.
Yeah.
And then let's put in a price there of 51.
Yeah.
Place the order. And then what's nice is, just to make sure, here's our working orders. We're going to sell one of our contract at 51. There we go.
That'll give me my principal plus the little.
I like it.
Commission.
Definitely.
Yeah. Right,
definitely.
Right.
And so again, daily essential equities, Andy Hecht jumping back and forth though, and then today, nice treat, we have Larry Pesvento coming up right after us.
Coming up right now.
He's doing hour 2 this morning, breaking down the market, covering for our man Basil Chapman.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, we'll. Yeah,
and
we'll get to.
Okay.
I was just going to say we'll get to hear his midday take. We're used to his market open.
Yeah,
I
right.
love it.
Right.
I'll be listening.
And then we're going to go to Swim headquarters in Chicago.
Sure, we have some good options activity going on today. This week, right? Talking about
this week, folks. And if you want to understand options upside down, there's swim lessons.
There's a lot of stuff coming up this week.
There is, man. I mean, between the bottom line, the Facebook and Apple.
That's it. Just end it right there, right? And
deal.
Tesla too. I keep throwing in.
Yeah,
because they're Wednesday as well.
Ooh, that's right.
Yeah.
And that the Tesla deal. Look,
they don't make any money, but they take in some money, and they talk about their future.
And it just doesn't stop. It's still a 26% shot position.
It's the battery technology that they're coming with is huge, because to have electric cars, you just that's part of the battle, is to produce them in the quantity they want.
Right.
They don't have the capacity to make batteries at that type. So there's a lot that they're doing that maybe they always talk about them getting bought out by anybody. But that's part of it as well, having the capacity to have those electric cars, let alone the technology, just actually the plants to produce those batteries.
And those cars are fast, man. Yeah. They're fast up to 100, 110.
Oh, is that, is this auto driver news, fast up to 110?
Yeah, that's right, because they're fast off the line. They can't sustain that high.
I heard you talk about that. Yeah. I don't know. I want to hear some facts to back that up next time.
You stay right there, folks. Man, Larry Pezmento's coming up next. Daryl, thanks so much, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Thanks, Daryl. Thanks, Daryl.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.